welcome to Devlog number 9. I'm Desty753 and today's date is January 16th, 2026. This week, I continued working on the same new game from Devlog number 8, but the focus shifted. Less planning, more implementation. I iterated on the core structure I showed last week through multiple versions, eventually landing on version number 12. This version includes all the features I wanted while staying optimized for Roblox. A lot of elements were separated into individual parts so they can be animated, recolored, or modified independently instead of being baked into one rigid structure. One of the biggest additions was the socket system. The structure now has mathematically precise, built-in locations where specific objects belong. For example, each segment has a perfectly aligned central anchor that handles spawning and placement. That means no awkward manual positioning and no guesswork later when expanding systems. I also built a separate spawning chamber. Players spawn there first, and then they're immediately assigned to a segment. The game is designed around 8 segments and a maximum of 8 players, with each player getting their own dedicated space. Because Roblox has import limits, optimization became a big part of this week. While the entire structure stays under the 10K triangle limit, it's made up of hundreds of individual parts. Several days went into optimizing the Blender file, separating components, refining the socket system, and organizing everything with clear naming conventions. A lot of this work takes time now, but it saves much more time later. I also split elements by purpose. Some parts are purely visual, while others act as physical barriers. More complex visual pieces can have collisions disabled so they don't add unnecessary physics overhead. Things like detailed walls versus simple collision boxes. It's all optimization and future-proofing. After importing everything into Roblox Studio, I spent a few days organizing the model. Each segment lives in its own folder, with subfolders for lights, walls, doors, windows, sockets, and other systems. Static elements are separated from things that change over time. This is essentially the shell of the game world, the space where all the gameplay systems will live. Toward the end of the week, I did some scripting. I created a local script where the windows are completely invisible by default, but when a player touches them, they shimmer into view. I wanted the presence of windows to be revealed naturally without cluttering the visuals. For the MVP, this felt like the right approach. I also began implementing the diegetic lighting system. Each wall has a light pool, and when a player joins or progresses, the server spends that pool to activate lights. Dim lighting represents low power generation, and as the player advances, their environment gradually brightens. This system is designed to expand later with things like power surges, waves, or pulses, storytelling through the environment. I also spent a bit of time experimenting in Blender with bones and animations. Nothing production ready yet, just exploration. And yes, there was a brief worm animation competition. That's about it for this week. The project is really starting to take shape now. Stay tuned for Devlog number 10 next week.